Did you know that 97% of website visitors will not convert on the first visit? That's a lot of people coming to your website and leaving who you have no way to get in touch with in the future. Today, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about how to create compelling CTAs or calls to action that will entice people to actually get in touch with you and allow you to capture the information so you can continue to drip on them with your marketing. Okay, so let's take just a step back. And first thing you need to know is that every single website, especially if you're a financial advisor and you're providing a service, you need to have two types of calls to action, right? You're not an e-commerce platform. Your goal isn't getting people to buy a product. It's to reach out and book a meeting with you. So your primary call to action is going to be just that. Schedule an initial consultation or book a meeting or have a complimentary consult, right? So some sort of button that's going to do that. But then you also need a secondary call to action for all those people, that 97% that come to your website and are not yet ready to book a meeting with you. You need a way to capture their information, and that's your secondary call to action. So that call to action is going to be something that somebody is so enticed by that they would give up their email and their name to you in order to get it in return. So I'm going to share a couple of those in just a second, but here's an example from another industry. I love to look at other industries whenever I can. This is the website of Taking Care of Babies. If you have a young baby or maybe you're a grandparent, your kids have one, this is great for anybody struggling through sleepless nights. This woman helps people get more sleep and get their kids to sleep better, right? We help babies get to sleep is their value prop. So you can see that she has two calls to action. The primary is find a class. So, get that class and book it. And then the secondary is meet Kara. So people who aren't yet convinced, she's the professional to help them. The secondary call to action would be meet Kara. Now, let's talk about what this looks like in financial services. So the primary calls to action are pretty straightforward. Typically, people know how to do those. So I'm going to start with the secondary. So what kind of calls to action work if you are trying to attract people and get them to give up your information? So here's a great example of a page from the firm Retirement Matters. And so you can see they have a list of a couple different ebooks. If you're on their homepage, you can click, they have download our free guides. You can click and it says find out more. I love that they have visuals here of what the actual cover of each of these books look like. Our brains process imagery 60,000 times faster than text. So the more we can give somebody a visual of what they're going to actually receive, the better. So you can see as you're scrolling through, though, these ebooks are not very broad. They're highly targeted for a specific group of people, right? Retiring as an Illinois teacher has many components. Do you have them all covered? And then it gives you some bullet points, questions that you can ask yourself to see, is this going to be worth my while to download and read? And then once you click download now, it will take you to a landing page that's going to show you the information of how to download it, what you're going to get if you download it, who the author is, and how you can learn more. That is a compelling call to action. You want your secondary calls to action to be so hyper specific to the niche that you target that someone could not resist giving up their information to give it to you, right? So having a very, small niche is going to be important for creating these secondary call to actions. If you work with physicians in Philadelphia, you're going to be able to create a guide, an ebook, a one-pager that is going to be highly specific to the types of questions they have and how you can help them. So this is what the secondary call to action should look like. You want to tell them exactly what they're going to benefit if they download it. You're going to give them a visual preview of what the download actually looks like and only ask for their name and email or even just their email. The more form fields you have someone fill out, the lower your conversion rate will go. So name and email only. Okay, let's go back to that primary. So yes, anybody can add a meeting scheduler or calendar link on their website. And there's lots of examples of what that looks like. And, book a meeting, you can use Calendly, schedule once. Lots of different options out there. But I just want to show you another example from my friend Taylor at Define Financial. He has his primary call to action on his website is get your free assessment. And when you click on it, it takes you to a landing page that, is way more in depth. So he talks about, we are retirement planning experts. Here's what we're going to do. And this retirement assessment is the 20-minute call. So it is the primary call to action, but it's way more in depth than just, hey, come in and meet with us and tell us what you want to talk about. He outlines the steps of what that assessment's going to look like and what you should expect to receive in return. Again, very compelling for a primary call to action. Hopefully these examples I've walked you through are straightforward and help you think about what you can be doing on your own website. If I had to guess, again, it's that you're missing that secondary call to action for those who are not yet ready to actually book a meeting with you. I'm Samantha Russell, the Chief Evangelist at FMG Suite in 20 over 10. And if you have any questions, drop them below. We'll be happy to answer for you.